This week's Parsha is Parshas Savo, and this week's video is sponsored L'Refuah Shlema Pinchas Alter ben Freda Miriam. The Parsha begins with the mitzvah of Bikurim, which is giving Meiser a tenth of your first fruits, bringing it up to Yerushalayim, to the Beis Hamikdash, to serve up as Hakar Satoiv to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And the Navi Malachi explains that someone who gives Meiser, someone who gives a tenth of their produce or of their earnings to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Navi says, V'hari koisi lochem bracha ad belidai, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will ensure that they will have a limitless blessing. No limit. All the blessings in the world will come to you if you do this. The Gemara in Tainus explains, what does it mean, bracha ad belidai? Ad sheyivlu sifsoiseichem miloi mardai. The Navi says that your lips will become worn out from saying the word dai. They'll become weary of it. That's how much bracha you're going to have. You're going to want to say dai, which means enough. Dai, enough. I have so much blessing, it's good, it's enough already. Stop. That's how much blessing you're going to have. You're going to want it to just stop. Now, I heard of art many years ago from my cousin, Harav Alex Rosenbaum Shlita from Melbourne, Australia. And he said, what does it mean, bracha ad belidai, that your lips will get worn out from saying the word dai? That's not possible. Dai is, the letter dalid, is one of the oistios hashinayim. There's 5 different sets of letters that they all come from different parts of the mouth, of how the construction of the word or the letter is sounded. There's the oistios hagaroin, which is the letters of the throat, aleph, hey, ches, ayin, and then there's the oisius hachech, which are the letters of the palate. There's the oisius hashinayim, the letters of the teeth, which is dalid, nun, tes, lamed, taf, one of them being dalid. Then there's the oisius ha-loshoin, the letters of the tongue, and then there's the oisius hasfasayim, the letters of the lips, which are beis, vav, mem, and pei, which, as a side note, Moshe Rabbeinu was an aral safasayim. His impediment of speech was because he couldn't say the letters that had to do with the sfasayim, the lips. He couldn't say beis, vav, mem, and pei. Those syllables came out improperly when he spoke them, which means that he couldn't say pokoid yifkoid, which is when the words that were needed to redeem the Jews was pokoid yifkoid, and yet he couldn't say them. So the miracle was that he was able to say them properly, even though he had a speech impediment. That's how Klal Yisrael knew he was the Redeemer. But back to our discussion, the letter or word dai never touches the lips. It's not one of the oisius hasfasayim. So how could it be yivlu sifsoiseichem miloi mardai? How could your lips get worn out from saying dai? If I say dai, it never touches my lips. So how will my lips get worn out? Says Rav Alex that gufa is the bracha. That even though Chazal say that your lips will get so weary of saying the word dai, and that you're going to have to say enough, dai, and that's the bracha, he said it's even much more than that. That your lips will never even get weary, because dai is not one of the oisius hasfasayim. May we be zeiche to take this lesson of the Bikurim and Meiser and be able to always be in a position to give tzedakah and to continue giving tzedakah and helping people and bringing up our fruits to Yerushalayim and Mirza Hashem. May we be zeiche to all the blessings in the world. Have a beautiful Shabbos.